Jose, and I hope you're staying safe during the pandemic. We've got an update for you on
whether the courts in Kaufman County are open or not, and what is kind of happening in the court world right now. I know times are changing and things are opening this Friday, but whether the courthouse opens is up in the air because there's a lot of different rules and things of that nature that are going on right now. So,
let's
Robert, if you
go
want to
over.
explain.
Yeah, I mean, because how long you been a lawyer, Jose? Tell the audience.
10 years,
Okay, so I've been a lawyer since 2000, so like 17 years. This is
35 years, somewhere around there.
58. This is easily the weirdest, most disruptive thing I've ever seen in the legal system. And so much has changed like so quickly. And let's just go over what's going on locally, because there's also some issues we could talk about later, like Supreme Court orders. But right now, the courts have transitioned from having almost exclusively live hearings. I can't even think of a Zoom hearing they've ever had before this happened. But right now, they're limiting what can be heard. So a lot of things are just getting reset, like criminal cases, we used to have announcements all the time, which is kind of show up and talk about it, right? And family cases used to set like multiple temporary orders hearings, and we'd all kind of wait in the hallway to have our hearing. And those things have all kind of gone away from being live court dockets. And so like for family law, they're setting those Zoom hearings we talked about, and you get a certain time, and then they're heard on Zoom, but they're actually mostly being played on YouTube. I think they're doing YouTube Live.
Well, and actually, the Supreme Court even said that all courts in the state of Texas should avoid any type of hearing in person if possible, unless it's an essential matter, essentially. And so
there's like a list
kind of redundant, but
of what you can hear right now. Like, for example, people in jail, right? Like they have a right to have their writ hearings and bond hearings, and they're still doing plea bargains. Like I heard, recently Judge Gray was in court. They're doing some pleas, and they're trying to, still get those done because people need to get their case finalized. But it's a situation where if you have a civil lawsuit and it doesn't involve children or anything, and you want to try to get a trial anytime soon, or it's not going to happen. Yeah. You're just going to get reset. And so Jose, what's the most recent date you've heard for like jury trials, and which may not even happen?
Yeah, so the most recent date I've heard is at least June 1st. Practically speaking, it's probably going to be much farther than that before we get jury trials, unless our client or someone else's client is in jail or someone's in jail. We don't have a lot of people in jail, so.
Well, and so far we can have hearings after this date, like it's never happened. Like the last 2 or 3 dates have gone, okay, after this date, maybe. None of them have really gone through, right? And so I wouldn't even say I would be shocked if they have jury trials or anything, even in June. But it's really hard to get anything unless it's essential. And basically, unless it involves children or like the guys in jail or persons in jail, it's going to be hard to have any kind of hearings or trials. And so what can you do, right? If you have a case, well, we can still get a lot of things done, like family law. Especially, we can still file a case. As for that temporary orders hearing, they're still doing mediations. Like I know a lot of lawyers are going to Zoom mediations. So there's still things you can do, because I know people are asking us, well, can I even go to court now? Can I even do anything on my case now? And we can, we're just limited. And so one of the first things you want to do if you have a case in Kaufman County is talk to your lawyer about what are even my options, what's going to get delayed. Because I know from the criminal side, we've been telling our clients, if you have a pending case, like it's kind of on hold, especially like misdemeanors and stuff are just not going forward. What have you heard about that, Jose?
Yeah, I mean, it's all on hold unless they're in jail. Everything's just at a standstill, and it kind of sucks, but you are able to communicate with prosecutors via email if they respond. You are able to review discovery and kind of go over that. I know we're setting up Zoom meetings to meet with people to go over kind of discovery. That way we know ahead of time before we actually go to court, okay, this is kind of our plan of action on this case.
Well, and one of the issues we have, though, is like the old rules we had, like I say old as in before the shutdown, was you couldn't just mail your client discovery, right? Because I know that changed on me, where it went to, I can send away discovery to my client, like in Florida, you have to come here to watch it. Well, now they don't want to come into the office to review it, but we're essential. We could open up, but it's just not something we're trying to promote, or because we don't want people in there unless they have to be. And since everything's on hold, our deadlines are kind of pushed back.
So if you have any questions about what's going on in the Kaufman Courthouse, give us a call, 972-564-4644, or go to our website, guestandgray.com. Thanks.